Hey, hey, what you do, Jesus?
Yeah, talking stages should not last for more than a month, and a month is even pushing it.
People should heal themselves before they get into a relationship.
I think so too.
Like, come to me healed or not. Nobody wants to be dealing with, an extra person's emotional, baggage. But yeah, today we're talking about long distance relationships.
Hi,
Hello,
welcome
welcome
back
back
to
to
More
More
Than
Than
Giggles,
Giggles. My name is Aduke.
and I'm Teresi.
Nice to have you back on this episode. This is our third episode, and we are very excited. We are pumped to have you on all of our videos. We see all your engagements, we see your likes, we see your shares, we see your reposts. Thank you so much. We see your comments as well on YouTube, on TikTok, on our Instagram. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support.
Yeah, on that note, please keep subscribing to the channel. Let us know what you think about some of the videos we've released so far. Especially, we can see like the comment section on the YouTube is actually growing. So we want more engagements like that on our Instagram and our TikTok pages too. On Instagram, you can follow us at More Than Giggles and on TikTok at MTG Pod. Like I said, please subscribe, like, share with your friends the link, share it with your friends so that they can subscribe. Please keep reposting whatever you can do to help us grow. We would appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much. And for the comments and suggestions she mentioned, your opinions, your thoughts, you can submit them in the link in the bio. There is a link in the bio. Just click on it. You fill the form. Fill the form via the link in our bio. And drop your comments, drop your suggestions, your opinion. If you'd like to stay anonymous too, just indicate that on the link on the form. Yeah. And you can also send the direct DM to share these thoughts of yours and opinions. We're looking forward to hearing every one of them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to how was
Yeah.
your week?
My week was up and down.
Why you do that? Like six
Yeah,
seven?
yeah, like 6 7.
No, please
No, I did not
you.
intend to do that.
What you did?
But I did. But yeah, my week was okay. It started very, hectic, rocky. I was in the rain. I got caught in the rain and I was completely drenched, like head to toe, clothes, water dripping out of my clothes. And, it was that bad, like very, very bad. And when I got in, I had to like shed off my clothing before I entered the main house. So yeah, that's that's very weird. That was how crazy it was. After that, for the rest of the week, it was pretty calm. Did some research, you know, um, hung out with a friend very briefly, not so much, but yeah, my week was calm. Work. That was how my week went. Nothing dramatic aside the, all rain, the cold that went down. Yeah.
My week was good too. My week was interesting. It was like I said, my I think in the section of get to know us more, you probably know the kind of person I am. But from
Oh
previous
yeah.
episodes, you would know I don't go out as much. I'm pretty much inside the house kind of person. So
Yeah. She's a
I just,
homebody.
yeah, bigger somebody. I love to have fun. I don't mind having fun, but it's just like I'm not the type to necessarily like be itching to go out. So I was home mostly for the entire week. Also, my best friend is coming this week. I
Yeah.
can't wait. That is going to definitely be the highlight of my entire week because
Right.
it's not been long that I saw her, but this is the first time she's coming to this my new place. So I'm very excited to like
Mm,
welcome her,
that's
see
good.
how she is. So yeah, so it's going to be a little bit fun. It's going to be more fun, and this is the first time she'll be meeting Blessed.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think
She's
she'll be shocked to
yeah,
actually
she'll be like,
be
oh my god, so she's that tall, like
and she'll be like,
everything.
oh hi, I'm so
Yeah,
tall.
like yeah, so she's going to yeah, because
But
she's
yeah.
actually short. So
I might not look tall right now because you're sitting, but I'm actually tall.
yeah, she's six
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's all.
and
Well,
so.
that was nice. We
Mhm.
both had a pretty decent week.
Oh, and we did a lot of research too,
Yeah.
especially
We've
for
been
the
doing a lot.
podcasts. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, just looking, not necessarily looking for topics because we already have things that we already want to talk
Yeah,
about.
that we all together.
We are chatterboxes, so we talk a lot.
Yeah.
But we have things that we want to talk about. We're looking to how to like organize those thought process and the topics into
Hmm.
one, so that per episode it's different things that we get to talk about. So yeah,
Okay.
basically that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Hmm.
Well, in the course of how your week went, is there any hot take or anything you want to share with people?
Yeah, I have one. Talking stages should not exceed 1 month. In fact, 1 month is pushing it, but it should not exceed 1 month.
I kind of agree with that.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, I
What
kind
are
of
you
agree with
talking
that
about?
because
You're not stammering. Nothing is wrong with your speech. You should know how to talk properly. And what the fuck are you talking about? Sorry. But it's the
hello, pap,
truth.
pap, pap, pap.
What exactly are
Like,
you talking about? Like you're telling me you have to talk to somebody for an entire month before you know if you want to go on a date with them?
yeah, I think in that case we should define where the talking stage is
The talking
actually.
stage
Well,
is the initial process or the initial um, time where you meet somebody, or whether online, in person, whatever avenue or whatever means you use in meeting this person, and
yeah.
then you guys are like talking to see if this might be something before you eventually go on a first date. Because yeah, some people try to like merge the two together, that's talking stage and
Mm-mm,
dating. Like
mm-mm.
they can meet somebody today and then the next day they're going on a date.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever works for them. But I just feel like even on that first date, it'll be very hard for you to have things to talk about because you don't know each other as much. So both of you are so awkward. But the talking
Yeah,
stages gives you the avenue to have like conversations and, oh, what are the likes and dislikes. I'm not saying that the question you should be asking, but add 18 questions, actually open-ended questions,
yeah, where
so
someone
that the
can just
person will be able to give
pick something.
responses like that. You can pick something, a lot of things out of. Like there's some questions you would ask that we give you like 4 5 ideas about how this person think, the kind
Yeah.
of person that they are, the way they
Mm-hmm.
will react in a similar
Yeah.
scenario, and all those kind of things, and be
Yeah.
able to listen properly.
Yeah. So maybe
Because
you saw something that
yeah,
is controversial and you want to know their thoughts on
their
it. Like,
thoughts
oh,
on it
I
is,
saw this
do
video, I
you
saw this. What
get
do you think?
exactly, and it shows you. And talking stage is not a stage for you to be asking somebody to be giving you money,
Nope.
but that's not what we're talking about
Nope.
here.
Let's
But
not be doing that.
yeah, talking
Let's
stage
not be
is not
asking for money
is
in
not the
talking
stage where
stages.
if you don't want to talk to a guy, you don't need to chase
Yeah.
him away by asking him for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop talking to him. You have your phone. That's boundaries. Like delete his number from your phone, or block him, or something. Just prevent him from talking to you. But yeah, talking stages should not last for more than a month, and a month is even pushing it. A month is greatly pushing it because for
Okay.
people that are in close distance with each other, it means that you have the avenue to see each other and to see. Okay,
Okay,
I
so
also
I
another.
want
No,
to
no. Before you add whatever, I
yeah.
also want to add something that anyway, I think we'll talk about that later in our deep dive. But yeah, talking stages
Okay.
should not last, even for people that in long distance relationship.
I was going to
Oh,
actually
okay.
talk on
It
that.
should not last for more than
Okay,
a month.
so what would you think, or what?
Virtual dates.
Oh, okay, okay.
You can see, be creative.
Well, virtual dates are actually a valid option.
You guys are creative with other aspects of your lives. Why not
Yeah.
dating? Why not when you're trying to be in a relationship with somebody? Why is it that is that time that you be like, oh, relationship should not feel like
Then
work?
the excuses start flying
Yeah.
out,
Oh, it
flying
should just be
around.
seamless. It should be natural. I beg you. If your job was that natural, why are you working so hard to go to the office? Why can't you wait for the stream to push you to your workplace? Why do you have to start your car to
Right,
start? Why don't you
right.
wait, enter the
Effort,
car, and then
effort.
allow her to blow you, and the car will start moving?
Main thing is the effort.
Yeah, you have to put effort into a relationship, which
Mm-hmm.
means that if you're trying to, and I'm talking for intentional people now, I'm not talking for anybody that's just dating for
Not
fun.
nonchalant.
Yeah, I'm talking for
Mm-hmm.
intentional people that are dating for a purpose, that are dating with a purpose in mind. You
Yeah.
shouldn't start a talking stage just for the fun of it. Oh, you're so bored. That's why you're talking.
Yeah.
Please
Fair
use your
enough.
boredom. Go and watch a movie. There's several.
Fair
See,
enough.
there's several series on Netflix.
Mm.
There are some shows that I
That you
recommend
can
to you.
engage yourself with.
Watch our podcast too. Your boredom will fly away. So yeah, talking stages shouldn't last more than a month.
Well, that
That's
was
it.
that was a solid thing.
Yeah. What's yours? Do you have
Well,
one?
my yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do actually. Well, I think people should heal themselves before they get into a relationship.
I think so too.
Like, come to me healed or not. Nobody wants to be dealing with, an extra person's emotional, baggage,
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot of mental instability. No one wants to deal with someone's unhealed son. Like, get yourself together, come correct. You understand? If you have trauma you're dealing with, you have emotional baggage, you have things that are bothering you, things that trigger you, I think you should undo that on your own. Heal on your own. Heal as your own person, before you bring that to someone else's life. Because when you're in a relationship, how you live or your state of mind would directly or indirectly impact the other
Actually,
person's.
directly impacts.
Yeah, it would directly impact the other person's, emotional stability, the person's mental health, the person's all state of mind, their quality of life as well. You have to be considerate, because I would think consideration is a very high form, or I would say a very big love language, in relationship. So you shouldn't even find yourself in a relationship in a talking stage, whatever, if you're, unhealed and you have a lot of emotional baggage, because it's selfish, it is inconsiderate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of things. No one wants to undo emotional baggage and get upset, start walking on eggshells around you, because, oh, what if not, it's a lot of mental gymnastics, you understand, being with someone that is unhealed, that has a lot of trauma, family issues. I understand that some of these things you can't really control, but you can at least undo, or mitigate how it would affect your life. You understand? So yeah, that's what I
Actually,
think.
I feel like you can control. You can.
Well,
People always say that, oh, there's some things that are out of your
mm-hmm.
control, but your feelings and how you react and how
Yeah,
you
that's
act,
exactly
it's
what I meant.
within your
Yeah,
purview.
how
It
you
is
let it
literally
affect you
within
is
your
within your
control.
control.
So for example, you can, if something, let's say someone was to say something to you that you didn't like, the way you react is within your control. That means if you choose to slap the person, you decided to do that. It was not
Mm-hmm.
because the person like pushed you to do anything or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. You wanted to do that. So I feel like also when you mentioned that emotional instability for the other partner,
Mm-hmm.
it begs the question of why is your emotional stability dependent on your partner in the
Mm,
first place?
that is why I said directly or indirectly. For some people, they tend to draw
So they're
emotional,
emotionally dependent.
yeah, on their partners. For some people, that's why I said directly or indirectly. You understand?
Yeah, as an
So
empath, it's good to like be empathetic towards somebody,
yeah,
but then I would advise that in that particular sense,
yeah.
please emotionally depend on God.
On God, though.
Please emotionally
On
depend
God,
any in
honestly,
everything that
because
you're financially, emotionally,
mm-hmm,
happiness, your joy should depend on God. Don't
yeah,
be depending on a man that can
mm-mm,
shift mood in any time. Don't be depending on
yeah,
a woman that have mood
mm-mm,
swings whatever
mm-mm,
time. So emotionally depend on
mm-mm,
God though. And
yeah,
so I've seen situations where in that kind of situation where the person has like emotional baggage and trauma and whatnot,
yeah.
and they're not healed, and then they're in a relationship, they did something to their partner, and then the partner will be sulking the entire day. How does somebody being unhealed affect your life so much that your life is shut down until the person calls you back and literally makes you feel better?
See, that
Chige, like it's so bizarre to me because I'm in
I
my head. I'm
mean,
thinking, why would you let that even happen in the first
yeah,
place?
shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
And at the same
My
time,
partner can be
please
mad at
don't
me.
don't
It
don't
doesn't mean
get,
my entire day is ruined.
yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
I will
But
still eat
still,
food if I
food.
yeah.
I don't play.
Yeah,
I
imagine.
mean, I might not eat a lot, but
No,
I still don't play with
I'm
food.
going to eat as much as I can. Because what do
Yes.
you mean I should now be hungry and starve myself because
Yeah,
oh my
cause
god,
someone is
he's
not
not
talking
picking
to
my
me.
call.
It's not.
Please,
No.
you'll be fine. Oh,
No.
we'll come back to it later.
Yeah, later.
We'll deal with that later.
Yeah,
And
later.
besides, I don't have patience for people. I have enough patience for.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people go through stuff, but then I'm of this opinion that you should know how to communicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Communication is a very big thing for me in any
Yeah.
relationship. If you cannot communicate, there is going to be problems.
Yeah.
And those kind of problems cannot be solved except you decide to communicate. And over communication just means begging. But
Oh
effective
yes.
communication, it's good. That means that if something is wrong with you or you're feeling a type of way, hey, I'm feeling down right now. I can't talk. Can we talk later? Or I'll text you when I'm done. And you actually make sure that it doesn't take the entire day for you to actively text this person. I saw a particular thing on the internet that was saying that you having a fight with your partner at 2 p.m. does not mean that um, dinner at 6 p.m. should be cancelled, which is true because you can fight, you can disagree on issues,
Yeah.
but life still goes on.
Life still
You
goes on
shouldn't stop
anyway.
being loving to that person.
Like, you know,
You shouldn't
scatter
stop
all the
being
old
caring
plans.
to that person.
Yeah.
You shouldn't stop being malicious to that person. That means
That
in
means
the
you
first
don't
place,
love the
you don't like the
person.
person.
Yeah.
Because if a
You
single
don't actually love
disagreement
the
can
person.
make you to do all these kind of things to this
Yeah.
person, then
Yeah.
there's a problem already.
There is a fundamental
A
problem.
big ass problem which
Yeah.
needs to be resolved fast, or both
Yeah.
of you should just
So
call it
because
quits.
because we had a little, you know, disagreement in the
Mm-hmm.
afternoon, or say maybe around brunch, and in the evening we made plans to, you know, go out,
And then
or
everything is cancelled.
like, oh no, we can't.
I'm not feeling like that. I don't want to be in
I
the
don't
same
think.
space with you. Why?
Oh no. That
Why?
means you lot were never in love in the first
Yeah,
place.
because you
There
should
was
see.
no love.
I think that people do not know how to have difficult conversations. They like to
Oh.
run away from things. Like let's say you have an issue with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
rather than talk about it, you just try to like run away from it and then avoid it. Basically, they're avoidant. That's their defense mechanism. They're very avoidant. So rather than
Mm.
actually be in that situation, like make the uncomfortable comfortable. I can exist in a space where I have an issue with somebody. We're not
Mm-hmm.
talking at that moment, but we
Mm-hmm.
can be in the same space. It does
Yeah.
not grind at my gears. It doesn't. It makes me uncomfortable for the first like initial time that I will be there. But
Yeah.
later on, I'll just get rid of that. I still like this person. I still want to continue this relationship with this person.
Mm-hmm.
So the person can be quiet for now, and I can be doing my other things too. It does
Yeah.
not have anything to do with
Yeah. Not like
stuff.
burn the bridges kind of situation.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So I feel like, yeah, so that kind of situation actually happens a lot. And people should actually learn how to run from people that trying to dump things on you emotionally, especially at the initial stages. They're already telling you how broke they are, how their family matters is affecting
That's
their
trauma
life.
dumping. I call it trauma dumping.
Exactly. Initial
Don't
stages.
trauma dump.
At the initial stages,
It is
run.
very
It is
selfish.
not a way to
It is
bond.
very, very selfish. It is
No.
unhealthy.
Because why are you
Because
telling me
they're
all
just
the problems you're
looking,
going through? Do you think I
yeah,
don't have things that I
they're
want
just
to talk
looking to
about
trauma
too?
bond,
Yeah,
actually.
and they're looking for somebody to they're looking for somebody to be able to manipulate emotionally because they feel
Yeah.
like if they do that at the initial stage, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy for you, especially if the person is a very sweet person, an
Yeah.
empathetic person,
Yeah.
to connect with them based off that and want to help out.
Mm-hmm.
It is not your job. It is not your job to change somebody. It is not your job to make somebody feel better because
Yeah.
it comes from within. See, no matter how you try it, if the person doesn't want to heal, the person is not going to heal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you not decide to take
And
on
it's,
the
the
savior
person will just keep
mentality,
hurting you, because,
and you will be drained.
yeah,
And guess what?
because
Now
hurt
the
people
person
hurt people.
is hurting you.
Yeah.
You're hurt now. You will not decide to transfer that particular aggression on another
Mm.
person that
Mm-mm.
didn't even have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
So
At
please
all.
let us heal. So that brings us to the next section of this particular episode, which is deep dive.
Yep.
And today will be what are we talking about?
Yeah, today we're talking about long distance relationship. You know, how love survives in long distance relationships, surviving across different time zones, I'll be talking about an experience I had. I would
Okay.
say mine is more of a long distance situationship. You know, I
But you
mean,
want to
it
talk
was
about long distance relationship, and you're starting
yeah.
with a
I,
situationship.
I I would want to, be honest and,
Okay.
say how things are actually, or, say how things were exactly, because it was not a success story. So, yes. So, in this case, I would say in my case, I was 21 at the time. So I would say it doesn't count, but I mean, I can still relate to certain, things and, aspects when it comes to long distance relationship.
Okay.
Here I was in this situationship with this friend of mine, or rather, yeah, and he relocated. I mean, I'm still in the country, so yeah, he relocated, and yeah, so our communication went downhill. We couldn't talk as much. We were trying to catch up. We were struggling to actually stay in touch, over a 9 hour plus time difference. You understand?
Is
And
it 9 hour or 9 hour plus?
in
Like this,
nine, oh, okay, like more than, let's say, 9 hours, 15 minutes time difference. That's like negative behind,
that is a country that is 9 hours, 15 minutes,
behind.
15 minutes behind.
I don't know. It seemed like that at the time. But
No,
let's just say, let's
it's a
just say,
particular time. So it's either it's
okay.
9 hours, or it's ten
Eh,
hours, or it's 11 hours,
I think it was
it's
nine
12 hours.
hours. I think it was
Yeah.
9 hours.
Okay.
So it was like 9 hours behind. You
Okay.
understand? And we were having difficulties catching up.
Okay.
Communicating. There were issues with delayed text. And then there was this tone deafness situation too. When you text and I probably read it. I definitely read it in the wrong tone. He also reads in wrong tone sometimes, and a simple okay would just lead to it will lead to catching an attitude for, like, 2 days, sometimes 3 days. And it is easy for things like that to drag out in a long distance situation. You understand? You
Yeah.
can't even see this person every day. We struggle to make time for, FaceTime, for video calls, because this person is working multiple shifts. He was working multiple shifts. He was also going to school
Okay.
alongside all of that, and he was not even living alone, he was living with family as well. So it was a whole lot of things in the mix, you understand.
Okay.
And we just couldn't keep up, because at some point we started drifting apart, even when I had things going on for me. I mean, good or bad right now. I was working, I was also dealing with Lagos stress. I was dealing with Lagos stress, traffic. I go to work some days, maybe I have a bad day at work. I can't really express myself, at the time I needed it. You understand? There was no proper communication um, plan put in place, no strategic, plan put in place for us to be able to communicate properly or manage things properly. There were no dates. you know I mean, not like I was expecting, like I said, situationship, but there were no oh jeez. Don't laugh at me. But basically there was no strategic plans put in place for things to work, as I would have liked it to. And we just had to keep tugging it out. It was difficult, to just keep up, to keep showing up, because what's the point of showing up when I can't even communicate properly? I can't talk to this person as I would. I can't share details of how my day went, with this person. And even when I have things going on for me, like I said, um, at some point it just became difficult to share, because I felt like we were already drifting apart. You understand? So
Okay.
it felt like sharing, or rather, I felt like sharing with this person was already looking, let not be hanging myself out to dry. You understand? It just didn't feel as effortless as it should. It felt like too much work. It felt like, oh, what if he actually doesn't care? Or at some point I was scared too, so I wouldn't say, oh, it was just in. Or we did not put things in place for things to work. It was It was on both of us because we're both 21. Our frontal lobes were not fully developed. So that's why I said I don't think it would count necessarily. So during that period, what I think could have helped, I don't know, suggestion, like I said, it was not a success story. So I wouldn't know
I
if it
have
will
some
work.
questions for you
Oh,
actually.
okay. Oh, okay.
So, you mentioned the thing about what did you even say? You mentioned something about there were a lot of things going on. It couldn't have worked and everything. Did you feel like there was a time that you had like expectations that were not communicated to him?
Okay. So I would say yes.
Okay,
Yeah. There were times like that because I felt like at least a video call, say maybe in 2 days, would have
okay.
been fair enough, would have been decent enough to
And
stay
was
in
this
touch.
communicated?
It wasn't communicated, but it was implied.
How? In what
Okay,
sense?
so like saying, "Oh, I would call you in the evening," or
Okay.
say, "Oh, when would you be free?" Asking for free time.
Him asking you for free time?
Me asking him, you
For free
understand?
time?
Yeah, like,
Did
"Oh,
you
when would you be
ask him the
free?"
reason why you were asking for free time? See, I feel like poor communication,
Yeah,
like uncommunicated expectations would
yeah,
always lead to disappointment.
of course,
Always.
of
If you
course.
expect something from
It
somebody,
was no
the
surprise.
person doesn't know you're expecting them to do
Yeah,
this, of course they're not going to do it.
yeah.
Because now if they do it, it's a surprise.
Mhm.
So it's just wild to me to think that you expect somebody to do something, like you want something from somebody. Also, short, like poor communication, and I
Mhm.
don't mean they're not communicating at all. I mean uncompleted communication also would lead to problems. You communicate halfly. Oh,
Yeah,
when
like
would you be?
half
When will you be
baked.
free? Not, oh, I would.
Like,
I
oh, let's.
actually like to. I would like for us to actually talk more. I would like for us to
Okay.
do video calls at
Yeah.
a time. Let me know your
When you're
schedule so
free.
that we can plan something together.
Yeah.
Now the person knows the reason why you're asking them this question,
Mhm.
not just for you to know it, that oh, when they're free.
Yeah.
Because it's just, see, I feel like people should communicate completely.
Mhm.
Complete communication.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that works too. Like, not just um thinking they would assume whatever it is that is going on in your head,
Hmm.
communicating what you want, the purpose for your questions, for making certain demands, or making certain expectations.
Okay.
You understand?
And
I
was there
think
pre-con, like in initial conversations when before the old situationship started, that you guys know what you would be doing, engaging in
okay.
a long distance relationship or
Okay,
situationship?
so before this relocation happened, we were in a relationship. Like, it was very brief, right?
Okay.
And
So you went from a relationship to a
to a situation,
situation.
yes.
You got demoted fast.
Yeah, yeah, literally a demotion. So the thing is, the
And you still
attached.
stayed.
So I actually did it. I made it that way, or I would say I was scared. You understand?
Okay.
So at the time where we got into a relationship, we
Hmm.
were it was, like I said, it was very brief. It was very, very brief. So I was scared. I already knew, oh, this person was going to relocate. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt myself, or I don't know what will happen if this person relocates. What if this person, gets there and just changes, have their own life going on for them. Maybe they like someone else, or things might become very hectic. They might adopt some cultural norms that don't actually align with mine. Maybe we are not actually very much aligned as we used to be.
Was this first
A lot of
communicated?
hmm?
Were this first communicated?
I did communicate some of them, not all of it.
Okay. And what was
Yeah.
the response?
um the response was, oh, I understand.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the response was that. So I guess that also, basically catalyzed the decision, the final decision. When you hear something like that, instantly it only says, "Oh, you're actually right in assuming or making, having these fears. These fears are actually valid." That was what I
So you're
heard at
looking
the
for
time.
validation.
at that time, yes. So that statement, oh, I understand, but I think we can still, manage it. But the fact you already said, oh, okay, you understand my fear, is like, it's like, bro, you know what? I like you already said you understand, but it was now
Was it
the
just I
assurance came,
understand?
the old assurance came like it was not the assurance, reassurance that came first. You understand? The reassurance came like, can I say maybe a third thought? Not even first thought, not second thought.
Yeah, but it came.
Yes, but it was not reassuring. It came like as not a first resort, not second resort.
Okay, I'm guilty of this too sometimes, but not recently.
So
The thing I'm trying to say is that
yeah,
when you're talking to somebody, you
yeah.
already have an idea of how you want the person to respond and how you're going to accept it. So if at all, if in any way the person like deviates from how you already pictured it in your head, you're not going to accept it. And I
At
feel
that
like that's
point,
what you're
at
guilty
that
of
point,
right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would say
Because you wanted
at
something
that
in a
point,
particular way.
yeah, at that point, I just wanted, I was like, you know what, I have to choose myself because a whole lot was going down. No, I can't even lie. I know I can't share, all of the details, but yeah, you get the tea like eventually. But yeah, a whole lot of things was going down. So I did not want to, give up. Hey, hey, what did you do? Jesus. Okay, so basically, I did not want to, hang myself out to dry.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what went down, and I just had to make this because I understand. It was just like, you know
So it
what?
wasn't the response you were expecting.
Yes, it was not reassuring. You understand? It was not encouraging.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Um,
it just made me just go
iffy
along with
about
whatever
it. Okay.
decision. Yeah,
That's fair.
very iffy about it.
Mm,
So, like I said, we're both young at the time, so I wouldn't really. Let's talk about this.
my own experience with this
Yeah.
long distance, whatever
Oh,
relationship
okay. You were
thing,
in
I
one.
wasn't.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. But you
Yeah.
had some.
My own experience with this long distance relationship
Okay.
was actually pretty, I would say it was successful, but at the time we had a whole lot of things going on in our lives at that moment in time. So it was very certain that we're going to drift apart. And I don't think the distance had it to be. It was just bound to happen. I even believed that if the person was in the country, as at the time these things were going on, the same thing that happened would have replicated itself.
Mm.
So the distance necessarily did not affect it because we're talking every day, we're on video calls, sending um, voice notes, video notes, um, watching movies together. We literally time it in
Oh,
a way that, yeah,
you guys had strategy at least.
yeah, we had plans prior to him relocating or moving
Mm-hmm.
out of like the movies we want to watch. Well, I might watch it. Let's say we'll try and say, "Oh yeah, we want to watch this movie. Let's watch 3 episodes, and then we'll come and talk about it. What do you think or not?"
Mm.
We watch NBA games together. It
Uh-uh.
literally streams it while I'm
Okay.
watching from a video call because it was also a basketball fan.
Yeah.
Um, what do we do? We literally have dinner. Also, my dinner is like breakfast, so we have doing fast together. We have doing fast
Or
together.
should we call it brainer?
Dinner together. We have
Yeah.
dinner together.
Or
So
breakner.
a breakdown. We
Yeah.
have breakdown together. So we
Yeah.
have like he's having breakfast. I'm having dinner, but we're eating the same thing. So we'll cook the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it makes
Oh,
it.
that was cute.
Yeah. So it makes it very like
Okay.
awesome and everything. But
Yeah.
we're talking, but then he was going through something at the same time I was also going through something. So if we're even together and I had to move um places at that particular time to a whole different location. So it was a whole lot of emotional like baggage on me
Mm.
by my own self and it too had a whole lot going on. As much as we tried to be there for each other, it just I don't know. I don't think even if we were together it would have helped. Maybe it would have made it easier, but then it was bound to happen. So
Mm.
that ended. So
So,
from that, it was able to deduct that the major thing with long distance relationship, especially for me,
Mm-hmm.
is that you have to communicate.
Yeah.
Like you have to communicate more than the normal communication.
Yeah.
Now, over communication for you guys is not begging.
It's not because you're in a long distance
Yeah, that's the
relationship.
only thing that you have. That's the
Yep.
only currency you have
Yep.
to spend.
Share.
Time
Yeah.
and constant, consistent
Constant and consistent.
communication.
Yeah.
In fact, to communicate everything. Now, for a long distance person, your one major thing that you have, apart from being a Christian and other values that you have, for a long distance is transparency.
Yes.
Because the person would not know what's going on. So you
Yes.
have to be transparent.
Very like
You
see
see
through.
through. They should. They don't.
See
They don't.
through.
They
They
don't
should
need to
open you
drag you
like
like.
this.
No, they don't even need to drag you to see
At
what is
all.
there.
As you are
It's just
standing like this, they should see
exactly
your
like
front. They should see your
exactly.
front from your back and your back from your
So
front.
you should be see through.
Yeah,
Like
see
that
through,
means you should
literally.
be, and you have to be very reliable. You
Yeah.
have to keep your word, because if you're saying, "Oh, let me call you back," and then you don't call back, it's easier to be, for resentment to start building in that
Yeah.
situation.
I'll
Because
call you
even
in the
in this
evening.
Lagos that I am, if somebody tells me I'll call you back, a particular
Hmm.
friend of mine, it does that.
Yeah.
He does. He still did that
Yeah.
yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
say, don't
yeah.
worry, I'll call you back now. I'll call you back now. So
Till
today
thy
we've not
kingdom
seen it
come.
all. But then is like that. So
Yeah.
imagine if you're in a relationship with such kind of person, and then I'll call you back leads to like the next 3 days or 4 days.
Yeah, there'll
It's
definitely be some
yeah. If you want to
resentment
call, if
there.
oh, I'm going to call you by 7. If by 7 you don't
Let
have
your
the
seven be
time,
seven or
text
communicate ahead.
immediately. Hey, can you give me some few minutes? I'm actually running a bit late. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Communication.
Communication.
Communication is like, see, the only currency you have.
Yeah. That's
Communication
literally the lifeline
of the entire
of the
thing.
entire
And you
thing.
guys can't have a fight and say you're giving silent treatment. Will it
No,
work?
because the other person can't even know that you're being silent. The person
Exactly.
doesn't know. It's not
Exactly.
translated over the phone. The person
It's
doesn't know you're
not.
catching an attitude, except maybe you're on a video call and the person can see your expressions.
Exactly. So yeah. Also, you cannot be fighting over text. If you guys
Yeah.
have a misunderstanding,
Yeah.
create time to talk and actually listen to each other, not talking
Mm-hmm.
over each other, not
Yeah.
trying to be defensive, not trying to put a point across like, oh, I'm right, I'm this. Yeah,
Yeah. Not trying to win an argument.
it's
It's
possible for you to
not.
be right, but you still lose the war. You
Yeah.
can win the argument and still lose the entire relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you're right, you've won the argument.
So what ends?
What
What comes
happens?
of it?
And people feel down sometimes when you're trying to like be pointing out everything that they did. There's a way to go about it, and
Mm-hmm.
especially in a long distance relationship, it's harder because you guys can't see each other physically.
Yeah.
That means physical touch
Everything
is not
is
something for you.
it's not. Everything is being
Spending
communicated
physical
via a
quality
screen.
time with each other is not happening. So
Mm-hmm.
everything is communicated via a screen, via voice, via your tone of voice,
Yeah.
actually, via your what will I call it now? Will I call it aura, or
Gesticulation or
your mood
yeah,
basically can be translated.
expressions.
So the person is reading, how is he like
Yeah. As much
responding to
body
this
language
and
as they can
whatnot.
see through the
Yeah, so
screen.
because of that, so it takes a whole lot for somebody to actually like be in a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Firstly, you have to have the mind for it.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, you have to be in it with somebody that you know that this is somebody you can trust. And
Yeah.
then the trust is built over time with repeated actions.
Mm-hmm.
And please don't go into a long distance relationship and now start saying things like, oh, person must be very lonely. I'm also lonely.
Do you
If you're
understand?
not ready for anything, you're not. Please, you are part of the people that we talked about that are not
Mm-mm.
healed. Go and
Mm-mm.
heal
Go and
yourself,
heal on
actually.
your own.
And you that you're inside, I
And don't
cannot
be
go 1 year for this thing. Are you even a Christian? Let's start with that question because we're talking to just Christians now. Because you're not supposed to even be
yeah, now.
engaging in premarital sex. So
Yeah.
what are you talking about? That oh, I'm so lonely, I'm cold, I need somebody to hold. Are you okay? You've
Come
been
on.
cold in
You're
Nigeria
telling
and you
your
were not
partner
old.
that over the phone. What do you
As
want them
in,
to think?
are you okay?
What do you want them to think?
Like, does
You
it make
already
sense
you don't know it, but you're planting seeds of doubt already
in the
in the
person?
person.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
think that is good. So
I would
yeah, that's
say
all we have to say actually. That's
I
all
have
I
one
have to
more
say.
thing
Okay.
to add. So, like you said, or
Mm.
let me say, with the story you shared with me,
Okay.
I would think one thing that is very important in a long distance relationship, or anyone that is looking to join or be in a long distance relationship, is having a strategy. Like she mentioned, they had, planned out dates,
Mm-hmm.
over the screens. They had dinner and breakfast together due to
Yeah.
the time difference. They're still able to coordinate to some extent, what they're going to cook. You cook the same food, you have the same food, you watch movies, you do movie reviews.
Yeah.
You understand? I think if plans like this can be put in place, it makes the other person feel carried along,
In
being
things that I do.
included.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So they don't seem aloof or feel like, oh, where is your mind at right now? They don't have to be doing a lot of mental gymnastics, or thinking where your thoughts are right now.
Yeah.
Does she still like me as much as I like her?
There
Does she
shouldn't be
still
room for
love me?
that.
There shouldn't be room for doubt at all. So if this strategy or plans can be put in place, and this can be made by both partners, it
Should
shouldn't
be
it
made by
should be made
both
by both partners
partners.
actually, because
Yeah, it shouldn't be
it
left for
shouldn't be,
just the
yeah,
guy.
it shouldn't be left for just the
The
guy or
guy
just
should
the one
initiate
person.
it,
Yes.
but it shouldn't be left for just the
Yeah, he
guy.
should lead, you understand, but it
Yeah.
shouldn't be just left to him.
And there should be a
Yeah.
timeline. For
Yeah.
every relationship, obviously there should be a timeline, but especially for a long distance
Oh
relationship, you
yeah.
guys have something that you're looking forward to.
Oh
The
yeah.
timeline of when are we going to eventually meet? How long does this
Exactly. I
distance
was
going
going
to
to
last
mention that.
for?
Yeah.
And what are the things that we're doing?
Yeah.
How can we make sure that we bridge this gap and the things that we could do to make sure that there is a particular timeline for the
Yeah.
entire relationship to happen? Which,
Mm.
as a Christian, it should have a timeline, whether it's for you guys to actually get married,
Mm-hmm.
for you guys to move to other,
Yeah.
you
When
come
is
to
the
her
person
or she comes to
relocating?
you, whatever one works for either of you. I
Yeah.
feel like this should be discussed as the things are going on, and it should be actively discussed. And then you should always have, like I said, always have something to look forward to. It makes it better. That means if you have something planned for, let's say,
Like
this
every week.
particular week and everything, we have some people that we know. I think 20, 20, 20, 20.
Yeah, Tony and Terry.
Yeah, Tony said something about the fact that whenever they meet up, they always have like a plan for the next time they're going to meet
Yeah.
up. So if as a meetup is happening, the
Mm-hmm.
next meetup is already
It's
being
being
planned.
planned.
So it makes you have something to look forward
Look
to.
forward to.
It makes you have something to be excited about, and you start looking at things to do, activities that you can do on the trip and whatnot. So yeah, it just
Yeah.
makes everything better.
Makes everything better actually.
Exactly. So that brings us to the
To the
end
end
of
of this
this particular
episode.
episode. So happy that you joined us and you stayed to the
Yeah.
end. We hope that from everything we've discussed, you have something to pick from it. And we also love to hear what you would have to say. Like if
Yeah.
you've been in a long distance relationship before, whether it was successful or not, let us know how it ended, what's happening. And if
Mm-hmm.
it was successful, which means it's still going on right now,
Right.
let us know what is making it successful. What
Mm-hmm.
are you guys dealing with actually? What are the
Yeah. What
problems
are
that
the
are
things
coming
you
up?
put
Because
in
relationship
place?
is not without problems.
Yeah.
The problems actually tells you the kind of relationship you're going to have. So let us know what are the things that you're doing that is making it work.
Yeah, we love to hear all of these thoughts, comments. If you need to send a DM, do that. If you need to send maybe a very long story form, you can fill the form in the bio to share your thoughts. If you need to stay anonymous as well, you can indicate that in the forum. We'll be looking forward to the stories.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
like, share, subscribe, keep subscribing. Please tell your friends to also subscribe.
Yep.
Let them watch the video or discuss it. Let us know what you guys think, like she
Mm-hmm.
said. And continue to follow us up on Instagram and TikTok. We'll be posting more behind the scenes and some other little snippets of whatever we're doing.
Yep.
And we'll try to like film a vlog very soon and actually post like a vlog of our day or what's going on. Just one interesting vlog. It
Just a
could be
sneak
anything.
peek.
So yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Thank
see
you.
you next time.
Bye.
Bye.